Even if you have a fantastic solution, is it worth targeting a niche who doesn't have that much money, for example, students? Or should we just purely focus on solving the problem and not worry about their disposable income at all? You know, this income thing, it's asked as such a dry binary question, as if if they don't have the money, they're not going to buy. But that's not how it works. You know, if a student wants something, they'll find a way to get it. Just go to a college campus or school and look at how many kids have fancy shoes, iPhones, laptops, and shit like that. They didn't have the money for them, but they asked someone who did, and they got the money. All right. So it's not, the answer to that isn't as simple. It's just you know, broke people can buy things with debt or by asking someone for other money. Never look at a market as if oh, these people are broke, they don't have any money, therefore they're not going to buy. Right? Even bums and people who are homeless on the streets find money to buy drugs. Even those guys are sourcing decent money to buy what they want. Everyone can always source what they want. It's just whether that's actually what they want. If it is what they want, you bet they're going to find a way to make it happen. So you need to dig further into this niche. You need to get them on the phone and ask them again and again and again, show them what you've got, try sell it to them, listen to their objections, record the calls, and see why they're not buying. Right now, you haven't had enough phone calls to even really know why they're not buying. Your actual problem right now isn't that they're not buying, it's that they're not even interested in scheduling a call. So the number one priority for you is to diagnose why these people are hearing about you, but they're not interested in even talking to you on the phone. That's your number one thing. Once you fix that thing and you're on the phone and you're trying to sell them, then try and figure out why they're buying or why they're not buying. Just treat it one little stage at a time. Hey Sam, should you ever be concerned about a niche being able to afford your services, or can any niche afford something if they really want it? So it's not about the niche. So you're looking at the wrong thing. What you should be looking at is the problem. It's all about the problem, it's not about the niche. I'll give you a prime example. So I know that guitar tutors aren't the best niche to market to with software and training and things like that, because especially trying to sell a high ticket thing, because the way they view their business is pocket money rather than an actual business. And when someone is viewing their business as just a way to make them money to buy beers and go out on the weekends and go on vacations, then they look at every single investment or expense as something that takes away their life. So they don't like spending anything. However, those same people that are guitar tutors might also be binge eaters. They might binge eat, right? And then they might pay Brittany Brown, one of our students, thousands of dollars for training on how to get free of binge eating. So the moral of the story there is, you know, sometimes when we look at the niche, we can get distorted, but that same person who's in that niche will spend a lot of money to solve a problem that they have. So it's more to do with the problem than the niche and the person. Because, you know, someone who's homeless on the street but completely addicted to drugs and alcohol, you know, drugs are expensive, so is alcohol. And if they're on the street, you'd assume they've got no money. But somehow they can still buy it because they'll find the money to do it, because that is such a huge problem. That's an actual addiction. That's why they'll get the money together. Or those guitar tutors, they're still the same people. They might have not much money, but they'll make it happen because the problem is painful. So I think it's all about the problem. And, you know, if we're to take this to an extreme to just prove this point here, let's say someone is has a terminal illness, right? And they need to get an operation or surgery to live. They'll find a way to get that damn money. They'll find it. They'll do a GoFundMe, they'll promote it, they'll go out on the street, they'll they'll do whatever it takes to fund it. So it's all about the problem. If you solve and address a really painful problem, people will always find a way to make it work.